So what to do? I mean, most of us have had certain reaction to mosquito bites or to pimples or things like that, and we know that necessarily doesn't mean you have to go to the ER. They're pretty self I mean, they solve by themselves. But in case you're having one that's slowing, that has taken some time, and you don't know exactly what you should do, well, the first thing that you should do is take a marker or a pen and just mark it. Like, take the red area and draw a line throughout out the borders, so you know how fast it's growing or if it's actually decreasing the size, because this is very, very important, because the speed of the growth, it's a factor that we take into account in the emergency room, because very aggressive infections grow very fast. So that's like an alarm. So you should do it even if you're at home. It shouldn't grow. It should always diminish in size. Just regularly wash the wound with regular soap and water. Try not to use so many disinfectant soaps or things like that, because they can actually help certain organisms to colonize the area and make the infection worse. Do not cover the wound, because it needs to breathe. So just let it be in contact with air, and just wash it with regular water and soap. Do not use steroid cream like hydrocortisone cream or triamcinolone cream, because I know since they're over the counter, some of them, and they're very effective to certain skin rashes. People trying to use it in everything they have in the skin, but since the steroids actually diminish the capacity of the immune system to fight an infection, obviously this will make these kinds of things worse. Uh, put a hot compress or a hot towel in the place where you have the infection. Uh, Even, I mean, it's better if you have a point where you see there might be probably some drainage, like the white spot you saw on the previous slide that I had, and try to do certain massage, trying to take all the content to the center of the injury, of the lesion. And eventually with the hot and with that, and maybe not the same day, but in a couple of days, it will drain by itself. Because number one rule for an abscess, which is a cavity that has liquid in it, is you have to drain it. So if you go to the emergency room, they're going to do it, but that doesn't mean you can do it at home. You can do it at a certain point of view. I mean, if the conditions I said were your case, so you can do it this way. That doesn't mean also that every skin infection has to drain. So only the ones that are very big and you feel like there's liquid underneath, you should drain it. The rest of them, you can leave them alone and do the other things. And of course, the last thing, but it's also important, take non-steroidal anti-inflammatories. They not only help for the pain, because these things actually do hurt a lot, but they help with the inflammation and the swelling. So yeah, you can take ibuprofen or naproxen if you wish. Always taking care, of course, of possible bleeding. So don't take them for a long time. I wouldn't say more than 7 days.